My dad knows absolutely nothing about the 80s. I have to interview him for my 7th grade social studies class, and he knows nothing. He says he can't remember anything about the cars or the hair or the clothes or the music or anything. He says the economy sucked, and that was basically a Republican thing, but other than that, nothing stands out for him. He says the most significant thing about the 80s was when he first met my mother, and that me and my sister were both born then. Those two things, that's it. When I tell him it's not supposed to be about personal stuff, he says, what else is there? I tell him I need stuff about style and fads and what was going on in the country at the time, and he says none of that has anything to do with reality. That reality is an internal affair. And all the rest of that stuff is just superficial and a lie, like the news, for instance. He says the news is all lies, and the reason it's so popular is that it sells itself as all truth, and people believe it because they'd rather believe in a lie. The truth is too much for them to swallow. That's what he says. I tell him this is just supposed to be a simple assignment thing about the decade of the 80s, not about reality in the news. But he says you can't exclude the question of reality, that the question of reality supersedes all the other questions about hair and cars and music and things like that. And then he says he can't even remember living through the 80s. And then maybe he wasn't even alive back then. But then he had to have been, he says, because he remembers meeting my mother and me and my sisters were both born back then. He repeats that. My dad's fucking crazy. He is. I didn't realize it for a long time, but he is.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I'm Lucas Whitman, the Executive Director of the Unterberg Center, and welcome to the David Geffen stage at the Kaufman Hall at the 92nd Street Y. We have a very special evening for you, celebrating, of course, that voice you heard, Sam Shepard, reading here on this very stage in 2006, a special event with Richard Ford as well. Shepard read many times here at the 92nd Street Y, and so we're so thrilled to honor his legacy and his work here tonight. Since he was born in 1943, he strode across the 20th century, a Renaissance man, a playwright of shattering originality, as Chuck Yeager in many other brilliant roles as an actor, and as a prose stylist unlike any other. He was the author of nearly 50 plays, won a Pulitzer Prize, a Palme d'Or, which I'm pretty sure is a combination that only he achieved. There are Obies and Tonys. I'm especially fond of his short prose written in the last 10 or 15 years of his life. We're so thrilled to partner tonight with the new group, the Extraordinary Theater Group, tonight to celebrate Shepard's brilliant work, to hear his words echo on this stage again, and to remember and honor this unique genius who reshaped American theater and brought a new vocabulary to the stage. The new group's brilliant production of Curse of the Starving Class will open February 4th. Before we turn to our main event, just 2 notes of housekeeping. We've got a wonderful lineup for the poetry season here at the 92nd Street Y coming up. January 28th, Joseph Finder and David Remnick will be talking about oligarchs and Russia and Cold War thrillers. February 20th, 100 years of New Yorker poetry will be celebrated up here with Kevin Young hosting 7 or 8 of the greatest poets living today, reading from historic work. And on March 27th, the 250th anniversary of Jane Austen with novelists Helen Fielding, Kevin Kwan, and Jennifer Egan, and others. As you know, we at the 92nd Street Y depend on supporters like all of you who share our passion for compelling programs such as the one we're putting on tonight. I'd like to take a moment to specially acknowledge and thank the Greenwood family for endowing tonight's reading in memory of their parents, James and Alice Greenwood, whose own endowment gift named the Poetry Center after Bella Unterberg, one of the 92nd Street Y's visionary founders. And now, without further ado, let's please welcome Scott Elliott to the stage. He is the founder and artistic director of the new group and he's going to tell you more about the amazing evening we have in store for you. Please welcome Scott Elliott.
Hello, good evening. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks to Lucas and the 92nd Street Y for having us here this evening to celebrate the work of Sam Shepard on the occasion of our upcoming revival of his seminal play, Curse of the Starving Class, which we're currently rehearsing as part of the new group's 30th anniversary season of producing off-Broadway. Tonight, the actors from this upcoming production will present a few excerpts from the first act of the play. No spoilers, promise, but first, to put it in context, we asked some of our friends, other brilliant actors who have appeared in shows at the new group, to help us read a few scenes from other important Shepard plays, True West, Lie of the Mind, and Buried Child. These last two were also revived at the new group, and with the intimate collaboration of Sam Shepard himself. All three plays, like Curse of the Starving Class itself, are about the American family, about the fraught relations between family members in the face of their divergent fantasies of success and the instability of their connection to home and the land. Shepard's works from the late 70s to mid-80s delve deeper into this territory than almost any other American writer, and of course he brings to it a playfulness and theatrical and poetic acuity that have influenced countless playwrights and actors since. And I will say that as we've been rehearsing the play, it's really clear that not only was he a great playwright, but also a prescient one. So we're going to begin with a scene from True West, from the end of the play, perhaps his most performed work. Austin, here played by Josh Hamilton. Josh, are you coming? Is a studious square screenwriter, house-sitting in Los Angeles for his mother, played by Lois Smith, while she's on vacation. Then his brother Lee, a drifter and a hustler, played by Jeb Kreager, shows up uninvited, wanting to rob the nearby houses, but soon decides to worm his way into his brother's line of work. It's a study in opposites and how personalities can reverse under pressure from family, especially when they are unmoored from home. This scene is the last scene in the play when their mother returns unexpectedly to find that they've trashed her home in the process of trying to finish a screenplay together. Take it away.
All right, read it back to me.
Just a second.
Come on, read what you got.
I can't keep up. It's not the same as if I had a typewriter.
Just read what you got so far. Forget about the rest.
All right, let's see. Okay. Luke says,
Luke?
Yeah.
His name's Luke? All right, we can change the names later. What do you say? Come on.
He says, I told you were a fool to follow me in here. I know this prairie like the back of my hand.
No. That's not what I said. I never said that.
No, that's what I wrote.
It's not what I said. I never said like the back of my hand. That's stupid. That's what do you call that? What do you call that?
What?
What do you call it when something's been said 1,000 times before? What do you call that?
A cliche.
Yeah, that's right. Cliche. That's what that is. A cliche. Back of my hand. That's stupid.
Well, that's what you said.
I never said that. And even if I did, that's where you're supposed to come in. That's where you're supposed to change it to something better.
Well, how am I supposed to do that and write down what you say at the same time?
You just do it. That's all. You hear a stupid line, you change it. That's your job.
All right.
What are you changing it to?
I'm not changing it. I'm just trying to catch up.
Change it. We got to change it. We can't just leave it in there like that. Back of my hand. That's dumb.
All right.
So what do we change it to?
How about, I'm on intimate terms with this prairie.
I'm on intimate terms with this prairie. Intimate terms. That means like sexual, right?
Well, yeah.
He's on sexual terms with the prairie? How do you figure that?
It doesn't necessarily have to mean sexual.
What's it mean then?
It means close, personal.
All right. How's it sound? Put it into the line there. Read it back. Let's see how it sounds. Intimate terms.
Okay, it goes something like this. I told you were a fool to follow me in here. I'm on intimate terms with this prairie.
It's good. I like that. That's real good.
You do?
Yeah, don't you?
Sure.
Sounds original now. Intimate terms. That's good. Okay, now we're cooking. That has a real ring to it. He's on intimate terms with this prairie. Sounds real mysterious and kind of threatening at the same time.
Good.
Now, Mom?
Mom, what are you doing back?
I'm back.
Here, let me take those for you.
I wasn't expecting you so soon. I thought, how was Alaska?
Fine.
See any igloos?
No, just glaciers.
Cold, huh?
No. What?
It must have been cold up there?
Not really.
Must have been colder than this here. I mean, we're having a real scorcher here.
Oh.
Yeah, must be in the hundreds.
Hey, you want to take your coat off, Mom?
No. What happened here?
Oh, me and Lee were just sort of celebrating.
Celebrating?
Yeah. Lee sold a screenplay. A story, I mean.
Lee did?
Yeah.
Not you. No.
No, him.
You sold a screenplay?
Yeah, that's right. We're just sort of finishing it up right now. That's what we're doing here.
Me and Lee are going out to the desert to live.
You and Lee?
Yeah, I'm taking off with Lee.
You gonna go live with your father?
No, we're going to a different desert, Mom.
I see. Well, you'll probably wind up on the same desert sooner or later. What are all these toasters doing here?
Well, we had a kind of a contest.
Contest?
Yeah,
Lee won.
Did you win a lot of money, Lee?
well, not yet. It's coming in any day now.
What happened to your shirt?
Oh, I was sweating like a pig and I took it off.
Well, it is one hell of a mess in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll clean it up for you, Mom. I didn't know you were coming back so soon.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What happened?
Nothing. I just started missing all my plants.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. They're all dead, aren't they? Yeah, you didn't get a chance to water, I guess.
Yeah, I was doing it, and then Lee came.
Yeah, I just distracted him a whole lot here, Mom. It's not his fault.
Oh, well, one less thing to take care of, I guess. Oh, that reminds me. You boys, you'll probably never guess who is in town. Just try and guess.
What do you mean, Mom?
No, take a guess. Somebody is very important come to town. I read it coming down in the Greyhound.
Somebody very important?
No, just see if you can guess. You'll never guess.
Mom, we're trying to,
Picasso! Picasso, he is in town. Isn't that incredible? It's right now. Right?
Picasso's dead, Mom.
No. He's not dead. He's visiting the museum. I read it on the bus, and we have to go down there and see him.
Mom?
This is the chance of a lifetime. Can you imagine? We could all just go down and meet him, all of us.
I don't think I'm really up for meeting anybody right now. What's his name?
Picasso! You never heard of Picasso? Austin, you've heard of Picasso.
Mom, we're not going to have time.
It won't take long. We'll hop in the car and we'll just go down there. An opportunity like this that doesn't come along every day.
We're going to be leaving here, Mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're both leaving.
Well, we were thinking about that before, but now...
No, we are. We're both leaving. We got it all planned.
Well, you can't leave. You have a family.
No, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here.
I don't really think Austin's cut out for the desert, do you?
No, he's not.
No, I'm going with you, Lee.
No, he's too thin.
Yeah, he just burned up out there.
No, we just got to finish this screenplay, and then we're going to take off. That's the plan. That's what you said. Come on, let's get back to work, Lee.
End of scene.
Okay, so the next two excerpts are from Lie of the Mind, featuring two of the brilliant actors who were in our 2010 production, directed by Ethan Hawke, Marin Ireland and Josh Hamilton, reprising their roles. The play looks at two families rocked to the core in the direct aftermath of an act of violence, when Jake beats his actress wife, Beth, almost to death in a fit of jealousy. In the first scene, Jake's brother, Frankie, played by Josh, brings their mother and sister, played by Stella Marcus, to see Jake. Oh, Stella, you have fans here tonight. Okay, the second scene is at the family home of Beth, which is played by Marin. She's not here yet. She's back there. As she nurses her brother-in-law, Frankie, who has been shot in the leg by her father when he came to see if she was okay.
All right, just try to keep your voice down, Mom. This is the first time he's slept since I've seen him.
Don't be so damn bossy.
Well, he hasn't slept.
I just want to take a look at them is all.
He's not looking too good right now, Mom.
What is the matter with him?
He's lost a whole bunch of weight.
Well, I'll make him a batch of that cream of broccoli soup, and that'll put the weight back on him. That's his favorite.
He won't eat.
What do you mean, he won't eat? Oh, that boy will eat the paint off a plate if you let him. What you been feeding him?
He's in big trouble, Mom.
What do you mean? What's new? You name a day. He wasn't in trouble. He was in trouble from day one. He fell on his damn head the second he was born. He slipped right through the doctor's fingers. And that's where it all started. It's back there. Had nothing to do with his upbringing.
Mom, just listen to Frankie a second. He's trying to tell you something.
I am listening, but I am not hearing no revelations. What is the story here? My boy's sick. I'll make him some soup, and we'll take him to the drive-in. Everything's going to be fine. What's the big deal?
Mom, Jake might have killed Beth. That's what's going on, all right?
Who's Beth?
Oh, my God. Jake's wife. Beth, you remember that? Beth, little skinny Beth?
No, I never heard of her.
Mom, you don't remember Beth?
No, why should I? I don't keep track of these bimbos.
Oh, great.
We're not really sure about it yet, Mom. I mean, he's pretty emotional about the whole thing.
He's an emotional boy, always has been.
He's not a boy. He's a grown-up man, and he might have killed his wife.
He wasn't fit to live with anybody to begin with. And I don't know why he ever tried it. The woman who lives with a man like that deserves to be killed. She deserves...
All right, knock it off. Both of you. We got to think about this thing now. Jake's the one who's in trouble here, okay? He's in bad shape. You understand that? He's in real bad shape, and every day is getting worse.
He's not going to die or anything.
My boy ain't gonna die. I'm going right in there right now. Nobody is gonna stop me. Jake! Jake, it's your mother. Sit up, boy. Just sit up. Let me take a look at your tongue. Come on now. What in hell's he got? Looks like death warmed over.
Jake?
Your brother here, he's been trying to tell us that you're going to pass on us. Now quit the shenanigans and sit up. You hearing me?
Just leave him be, Mom.
No, he's just play acting. He used to do this all the time when he didn't get his own way. Mope around for days like a cocker spaniel. Got so bad sometimes, I finally had to take a bucket of ice-cold rainwater and throw it right in his damn face, and that worked every time. Maybe that's what we ought to do right now. Have you got a bucket?
I don't think rainwater is going to do it, Mom. He's had the chills for 3 days now. He just shakes all through the night. He talks to himself and shakes.
Pretend. He wants attention. That's all.
Jake, you feeling any better?
How'd you ever get to be so beautiful?
You never used to think that when we were kids. At least you never admitted it. You always called me the crayfish, you remember?
We were never going to be apart.
Jake, you know who I am, don't you?
We were going to be tied together. You remember when I tied you to me that one night? You tried sneaking off on me in my sleep. Couldn't do it, could you? Couldn't. Had you tied.
Has he been drinking?
No.
Or something?
Wouldn't buy him a bottle? Are you kidding?
Well, don't. Not unless you want somebody else killed.
I'm not gonna.
Every time he gets near liquor, he thinks it's his God-given duty to keep pace with his old man.
I know that.
Don't you dare buy him a bottle.
I won't!
Jake, come on!
You let go of your sister.
I was sure. I was so damn sure we both had the same idea. I was sure of that.
I'm Sally, Jake, your sister. Sally, now let go of me, all right?
He knows who you are. Don't you believe for 1 minute he don't know who you are. You know who she is. Now you let go of her. Let go right now.
You never did see me, did you, Beth? Just had a big wild notion about some dream life up ahead. Somebody who was going to save your ass.
I'm not Beth, Jake. Let me go. Let me go. You're hurting me.
Let go of your sister.
I'm going to let go of you. I'm going to let go of you once and for all.
That boy is a maniac, and he always has been. But what's he doing now?
Well, he's out again. He goes in and out like that all through the day. I don't know what's going on with him.
He's crazy. He's just plain crazy.
We got to get him out of here. He's just going to go to seed in this dump. It's this place that's doing it to him.
We can't keep him at home, Mom.
Why not? That's where he belongs.
He's dangerous, that's why.
He's dying here.
He needs a doctor.
He needs us. That's what he needs.
If you could just take him for a couple of days, Mom, I could get back and find out what happened with Beth. You think you could do that? I just need a couple of days. I got to find out for sure what's going on.
I'm going to take him on a permanent basis. I'm not even going to let him out of his room for a solid year, and maybe that'll teach him.
What if he hurts somebody? He's liable to do anything in the state
He
he's
is
in.
not going to hurt us. We're related. Just look at him. He's just a big baby. And that's all he is. He's not going to hurt us. Strangers, he'll hurt. Yeah. Strange women. Outsiders, he'll hurt. That's guaranteed, not us. He knows us.
Mom, if you bring him in that house, I'm leaving.
Then leave, girl. This is my boy here.
End of scene.
Look, Beth, don't you think you ought to put your shirt back on?
You need it.
I don't. Really, I don't. It stopped bleeding. It hasn't bled for a long time now.
It could start again.
It just aches a little. It's not bleeding anymore.
It's going up your leg now.
What is?
Black line, that's bad.
What's that mean, a black line?
It's bad. Poison.
All right, look, please, just leave it alone and put your shirt back on. Your dad might come back in here.
He's asleep.
Well, then your mother or your brother could come in. Somebody could come in here.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. I'm on thin ground as it is without them seeing you on your knees with your shirt off. What are they going to think if they walk in here and find you rubbing my leg with no shirt on? Please, will you just stop rubbing my leg now?
Don't you like it?
Just stand up. Could you stand up on your feet and put your shirt back on? Please, Beth, just act like we're having a conversation or something.
You don't have to be afraid of them. They're afraid of you.
How do you figure that?
They tell it in their voice.
They want to kill me.
Only Mike. But he won't,
What makes you so sure about that?
because only half of him believes you're what he hates. The other half knows it's not true.
I thought you couldn't,
What?
I don't know. I thought you couldn't talk right or something. You sound okay to me.
I do?
Yeah. Your dad said you were having some kind of trouble.
Oh. There was that time. I don't know. I get them mixed. I get the thought mixed. It dangles. Sometimes the thought just hangs with no words there.
But you can speak all right?
It says, speaking in me, comes and goes. Again, I don't know why. You hear me now?
Yes. You sound all right. It sounds like you're doing pretty good.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
You can speak,
Me? Yeah, sure.
but you can't walk.
No, not right now.
I would rather walk than talk.
Yeah. Would you mind just getting up off the floor, please, and putting your shirt back on?
Maybe they'll have to cut your leg off.
What? Who do you mean?
Maybe cut like me. Cut me. Cut you out like me. See? See?
What?
Tracks. Knife tracks.
No, there's nothing there. There's no scar there.
No brain. Cut me out. Cut brain. Cut.
No. Beth, look, they didn't operate, did they? Nobody said anything about that.
They don't say. Secret, like my old mom, my grandmom, old. They cut her out. Disappeared. They don't say her name now. She's gone. Vanished. My father sent her someplace, had her gone.
They wouldn't just go in there and operate without your consent. They can't do that. It's a law. Yeah, they need written consent or something. Somebody has to sign something.
Mike.
What?
Mike did.
No, Beth, I don't think you've got this right. Mike wouldn't do something like that.
He wants me out.
He's your brother. He loves you.
You don't know him.
Well, there's no scar there, Beth. Here, just take this shirt back, please. Just come and take it.
Look how big a man is. So big. He scares himself. His shirt scares him. He puts his scary shirt on so it won't scare himself. He can't see it when it's on him. Now he thinks it's him. Jake was scared of shirts. You too?
Me? No. I'm only scared of people.
This is like a custom. Big, too big. Like a custom.
Like a what?
Custom, like a custom.
Custom?
For play, acting.
Oh, yeah, you mean a costume.
Costume.
Yeah, a costume. I get what you mean.
Pretend.
You were in a play, right? You were acting?
Pretend is more better.
What do you mean?
Pretend, because it fills me. Pretending fills, not empty. Other ordinary is no good. Empty. Ordinary is empty. Now, I'm like the man. Just feel like the man. Cert brings me a man. I am a cert man. Can you see? Like father. You see me? Like brother.
Yeah. You liked acting, huh?
Pretend to be like you. Between us, we can make a life. You could be the woman. You be.
What was the play you were in? Do you remember?
You could pretend to be in love with me, with my shirt. You love my shirt. This shirt is a man to you. You are my beautiful woman.
Okay.
You lie
Okay,
down.
now wait a second, Beth. Just wait. Come on.
No, you fight, but all the time you want my smell. You want my shirt in your mouth. You dream of it always. You want me on your face.
Okay, now cut it out. I can't hang around here. I didn't come here to fool around. I got to get back home and talk to Jake about this. That's the whole reason I came here. He's gonna think something went wrong.
Jake.
Yeah, he's gonna think something happened to me.
Your other one. You have his same voice. Maybe you could be him. Pretend, maybe, just him, just like him, but soft with me, gentle like a woman man.
Okay, I gotta need to find some transportation out of here. I need to find my car. I can't hang around here, Beth.
You could be better man, maybe, without hate. You could be my sweet man you could pretend to be. Try, my sweetest man.
No, Beth, this is not something I want to do right now. This is not good for my leg. I should be resting it. I have to be getting out of here now.
You could pretend so much that you start thinking this is me. You could really fall in love with me. How would that be, us, in a love we never knew?
You're Jake's wife. We got no business messing around like this. Now, it's time for me to go. I have to go now. I have to find my car.
It's buried.
What?
There's a blizzard. It's buried. We have to stay together now, us. That's funny how we wind up.
A blizzard? What are you talking about, a blizzard? How long was I asleep?
See, look, out there, everything's white.
When did that happen?
We have to stay alone together here, us.
Oh, God damn it. No, look, don't take your shirt off again. Don't do it. The shirt is not going to do my leg any good. It's useless. You understand? The shirt is no help. Just leave it on, okay? Just leave the shirt on, Beth.
Maybe they'll cut.
Just stop saying that. I don't like the sound of it. It's not as bad as all that. Amputation is not the answer here. Is there any way you could make a phone call for me?
You can only think of far away, only thoughts of where you came from, nothing here, nothing right here now.
I'm in a situation here that I didn't expect to be in. You understand me? I didn't expect to be stuck here.
Stuck, like me, stuck.
No, this is your home. You live here. I don't.
But you have brain.
What?
Brain in you thinking.
So do you.
No, Mike took it. My father told him to.
Beth, that's not true. That's not true. I don't know where you got that idea from. You'd be dead if you didn't have a brain. You can't live without one.
Then why is this so empty? So empty now. Everything gone. A hole.
What's that? Beth, what's that sound? Is someone out there? Beth! Okay, help me get back on the couch now. There's somebody coming.
End of scene.
Okay, so here we are at Buried Child. One last excerpt before we get to Curse of the Starving Class. This is a classic moment at the end of the play, Shepard's study of the rot inside our American Gothic fantasies of the heartland. The story involves New Yorker Vince, played by Kyle Beltran, bringing his girlfriend Shelley, Marin, to meet his grandparents on their Midwestern farm. There they discover the family unable to acknowledge their presence and unable to move on from some unnamed tragedy that they've hidden even from themselves. The moment we see here is from the end of the play, where Vince, feeling rejected, returns from a bender and breaks his way into the house to confront them and his dying grandfather, Dodge, played by David Anzuelo. Finally, let's go.
Go ahead. Take over the whole house. Take over the whole goddamn house. You can have it. It's yours. I'm gonna die any second. Now, any second. You won't even notice. So I'll settle my affairs once and for all. The house goes to my grandson Vincent. That's fair and square. all the furnishings, accoutrements, and paraphernalia therein. Everything tacked to the walls or otherwise resting under this roof. My tools, namely my bandsaw, my skill saw, my drill press, my chainsaw, my lathe, my electric sander, all go to my eldest son, Tilden. That is, if he ever shows up again. My Benny Goodman records, my harnesses, my bits, my halters, my brace, my rough rasp, my forge, my welding equipment, my shoeing nails, my levels and bevels, my milking stool. No, not my milking stool. My hammers, chisels, and all related materials are to be pushed into a gigantic heap and set ablaze in the very center of my fields when the blaze is at its highest, preferably on a cold, windless night. My body is to be pitched into the middle of it and burned till nothing remains but ash.
I'm leaving, Vince. Whether you come or not, I'm leaving. I can't stay here.
You'll never make it. You'll see.
You're not coming?
I just inherited a house. I've finally been recognized. Didn't you hear?
You want to stay here?
I've got to carry on the line. It's in the blood. I gotta see to it that things keep rolling.
What happened to you, Vince? You just disappeared.
I was gonna run last night. I was gonna run and keep right on running, clear to the Iowa border. I drove all night with the windows open, the old man's $2 flapping right on the seat beside me. It never stopped raining the whole time, never stopped once. I could see myself in the windshield, my face, my eyes. I studied my face. I'd studied everything about it as though I was looking at another man, as though I could see his whole race behind him like a mummy's face. I saw him dead and alive at the same time, in the same breath. In the windshield, I watched him breathe as though he was frozen in time, and every breath marked him forever without him knowing. And then his face changed. His face became his father's face, same bones, same eyes, same nose, same breath. And his father's face changed to his grandfather's face, and it went on like that, changing. Clear back onto faces I'd never seen before, but still recognized. Still recognized the bones underneath. Same eyes, same mouth, same breath. I followed my family clear into Iowa, every last one, straight into the Corn Belt and further, straight back as far as they'd take me. And then it all dissolved. Everything dissolved, just like that. And that $2 kept right on flapping on the seat beside me.
Bye, Vince. I can't hang around for this. I'm not even related.
End of scene.
All right, now we're on to our final play, Curse of the Starving Class, which was, of these featured plays, probably the first one written, and in many ways, it set the terms for what Shepard would explore thereafter. It's about a family that finds themselves on the verge of losing their home and farm, pursued by debt and speculators, and each of them is scrambling to plan an exit that will allow them to pursue their own American dreams. In these excerpts, we first see Mother Ella, played by Calista Flockhart, clashing with her children, Cooper Hoffman and Stella Marcus, about the family's class status. Then the children meet her lawyer, Kyle Beltran, who has come to help the mother sell the family home. And finally, the alcoholic father, Christian Slater, starts to piece together what's going on and reveals his own plans. Note, in the second selection, the son Wesley brings an actual live sheep on stage as he enters to care for it. Wish us luck.
That was my chicken, and you fucking boiled it. You boiled my chicken. I raised that chicken from the incubator to the grave, and you boiled it like it was any old frozen hunk of flesh. You used it with no consideration for the labor involved. I had to feed that chicken crushed corn every morning for a year. I had to change its water. I had to kill it with an axe. I had to spill its guts out. I had to pluck every feather off its body. I had to do all that work so you could take it and boil it.
What's all the screaming?
Somebody stole her chicken.
Stole it?
Boiled it.
You boiled it.
I didn't know it was hers.
Did it have her name on it?
No, of course not.
Then she's got nothing to scream about. Shut up out there. You should have put your name on it if you didn't want anyone to boil it.
Eat my socks.
Great language. What's all this stuff?
Her charts. She's giving a demonstration.
Demonstration on what?
How to cut up a chicken. What else?
Anybody knows how to cut up a chicken. Any fool can cut up a chicken.
Well, there's special bones you have to crack. Special ways of doing it, evidently.
What's so special about it?
The anatomy is what's special. The anatomy of a chicken. If you know the anatomy, you're halfway home.
Just bones and muscle.
There's no consideration. You know, if I'd come across a chicken in the freezer, I would have asked somebody first before I boiled it.
Not if you were starving.
No one's starving in this house. You're feeding your face right now.
So what?
So no one's starving. We don't belong to the starving class.
Don't you speak until you know what you're speaking about. There's no such thing as a starving class.
There is so. There's a starving class of people, and we're not part of it.
We're hungry, and that is starving enough for me.
You're a spoiled brat.
Did you hear what she called me? Emma!
What?
Your brother's pissing all over your charts.
What kind of a family is this?
I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen.
Do you know how long I worked on those charts? I had to do research. I went to the library. I took out books. I spent hours.
It's a stupid thing to spend your time on, chickens.
I'm leaving this house. I'm never coming back.
You're too young. She's too young to leave. It's ridiculous. I can't say I blame her, but she's too young to leave. She's only now just having her first period.
Swell.
Well, you don't know what it's like. It's very rough. You don't have to make things worse for her.
I'm not. I'm only opening up new possibilities for her. Now she'll have something else to do, you know? It could change her whole direction in life. She'll look back and remember the day her brother pissed all over her chicken charts and see that day as a turning point in her life.
How do you figure?
Well, she's decided to leave home, hasn't she? That's a beginning.
She's too young to leave. And get out of that refrigerator. You are always in the refrigerator.
I'm hungry.
How can you be hungry all the time? We're not poor. We're not rich, but we're not poor.
What are we then?
We're somewhere in between. We're gonna be rich, though.
What do you mean?
We're gonna have some money real soon.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. You just wait, though. You're going to be very surprised.
I thought Dad got fired.
He did. This has nothing to do with your father.
Well, you're not working, are you?
Just never mind. I'll let you know when the time comes. And then we'll get out of this place once and for all.
Where are we going?
Europe, maybe. Wouldn't you like to go to Europe?
No.
Why not?
What's in Europe?
They have everything in Europe. High art, paintings, castles, buildings, fancy food. They have history in Europe. They know where they come from.
They got all that here.
End of scene. What do you want, anyway?
I told you.
Yeah, but what do you want my mother for?
We have some business.
She's not a businesswoman. She's terrible at business.
And why is that?
She's a sucker. She'll believe anything.
She seems level-headed enough to me.
Depends on what you're using her for.
You don't have to be insulting.
I got nothing to lose.
You are her daughter, aren't you?
What line of business are you in?
You mind if I sit down?
No, I don't mind. My dad might mind, though.
He's not home, is he?
He might come home any second now, and if he found you here, he might mind a whole lot.
Well, I'll just wait for your mother.
He's got a terrible temper. He almost killed one guy he caught her with. Almost just slit his throat.
You misunderstood me. I'm here on business.
A short fuse, like I said. Runs in the family. His father was just like him, and his father before him. Wesley's just like Pop, too, like liquid dynamite.
Wesley?
My brother.
Liquid dynamite.
Yeah, what's that stuff called?
I don't know.
It's chemical. It's the same thing that makes him drink. Something in the blood, hereditary, highly explosive.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't you get afraid living in an environment like this?
No. The fear lies with the ones who carry this stuff in their blood, not the ones who don't. I don't have it in me.
I see.
Nitroglycerin, that's what it's called. Nitroglycerin.
What do you mean?
In the blood, nitroglycerin.
Your father has nitroglycerin in his blood?
That is exactly
Do you think
right.
that you could call your mother for me?
Mom!
Thank you.
What do you want my mother for?
I've already told you.
Does she bleed?
What?
You know, does she have blood coming out of her between her legs?
I don't think I want to talk anymore, if you don't mind.
All right. Good. I'm not a big talker myself. You know, talk is cheap, don't you think?
Marvelous house this is.
Marvelous?
The location, I mean. The land is full of potential. Of course, it is a shame to see agriculture being slowly pushed into the background in deference to low-cost housing. But that's simply a product of the times we live in, don't you think? There's simply more people on the planet these days. That's all there is to it. Simple mathematics. More people demand more shelter demands more land. It's an equation. We have to provide for the people some way, the new people. We're lucky to live in a country where that provision is possible. In some countries, like India, for instance, it's simply not possible. People live under banana leaves. They worship cows while they starve to death.
Who's he?
He's a lawyer. He's an expert on housing, knows all about India.
Taylor, you must be the son.
Yeah, I'm the son. That's me, the son.
It's a funny sensation.
What?
I feel like I'm on enemy territory.
We're all white here, aren't we?
I haven't felt this way since the war.
Which war? What's the matter with him?
Maggots.
Well, can't you keep him outside? He'll spread germs in here.
You picked that up from Mom?
Picked what up?
Germs, the idea of germs, invisible germs, mysteriously floating around in the air. Anything's a potential carrier.
Well, it does seem that if the animal has maggots, it shouldn't be in the kitchen, near the food.
We haven't got any food.
Oh. Well, when you do have food, you prepare it in here, don't you?
That's nothing. My brother pisses on the floor in here.
Do you always talk this way to strangers?
Look, that's his piss. Right there, right on my chart. You see that?
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't feel I have to keep justifying myself all the time. I'm here to meet your mother. Simple as that.
Are you the one who's trying to sell the house?
We're negotiating, yes.
What? Trying to sell what house? This house?
But didn't she tell you?
She told me.
Where are we gonna live?
You're leaving home anywhere. What do you care?
Mom!
I didn't mean to shock her or anything.
Are you going to talk to my old man?
That's not necessary right now.
He'll never sell, you know.
Well, he may have to. According to your mother, he owes a great deal of money.
To who? Who does he owe money to?
To everyone. He's in hock up to his ears. Those cars, for instance.
He doesn't owe a cent. Everything's paid for.
The bank owns those.
Everything's paid
Emma, shut up and go change your clothes.
You shut up. This guy's a creep and he's trying to sell us all down the river. He's a total dickhead.
I know he's a dickhead. Just shut up, will you?
My dad doesn't owe money to anyone.
I really am sorry. I thought your mother told her.
What is all this shouting going on for? Oh, Mr. Taylor. I wasn't expecting you for another half hour.
Yes, I know. I saw the car out front, so I thought I'd stop in early.
Well, I'm glad you did. Did you meet everyone?
Yes, I did. Charming family.
What's that animal doing in here, Wesley?
He's got maggots.
Well, get him out of the kitchen.
It's the warmest part of the house.
Get him out.
Mom, are you selling this house?
Who told her?
Well, I'm afraid it slipped out.
Emma, I'm not going to discuss it now. Go change your clothes.
If you sell this house, I'm never going to see you again.
I'm very sorry. I assumed she knew.
It doesn't matter. She's leaving anyway. Now, Wes, I'm going out with Mr. Taylor for a little lunch and to discuss our business. When I come back, I want that lamb out of my kitchen.
A little lunch?
Yes. Mr. Taylor's treating me to a little lunch.
That's right.
A little lunch.
It was very nice to have met you.
He's sullen by nature. Picks it up from his father.
I see. Nitroglycerin, too, I suppose.
Keep an eye out for Emma, Wes. She's got the curse. You know what that's like for a girl the first time around.
Eat American lamb. 20 million coyotes can't be wrong. Flat out of luck. Santa Claus hasn't come yet. You're lucky I'm not really starving. You're lucky this is a civilized household. You're lucky it's not Korea, and the rains are pouring through the cupboard walls, and you're tied to a log in the mud, and you're drenched to the bone, and you're skinny and starving. But it makes no difference because someone's starving more than you. Someone's hungry. And his hunger takes him outside with a knife and slits your throat and eats you raw. His hunger eats you, and you're starving. How's about that?
End of scene.
At least it's practical.
We're doing okay without it. Besides, it might turn off potential buyers, makes this place look like a chicken shack. Oh, my chicken! I could have killed her right then.
You don't understand what's happening yet, do you?
With what?
The house. You think Mr. and Mrs. America are who's going to buy this place, but it's not. It's Taylor.
He's a lawyer.
He works for an agency, land development.
So what?
So it means more than losing a house. It means losing a country.
Oh, you make it sound like an invasion.
It is. It's a zombie invasion. Taylor's the head zombie. He's a scout for the other zombies. He's only a sign that there's more zombies on their way. They'll be filing through the door pretty soon.
Once you get it built.
There'll be bulldozers crashing through the orchard. There'll be giant steel balls crashing through the walls. There'll be foremen with their sleeves rolled up and blueprints under their arms. There'll be steel girders spanning acres of land, cement pilings, prefab walls, zombie architecture owned by invisible zombies. A zombie city right here, right where we're living now. Zombie land.
We could occupy it. Dad's got a gun.
It's a Jap gun.
It works. I saw him shoot a peacock with it once.
Peacock?
Blasted it to smithereens. I was sitting right out there in the sycamore tree screaming all night long.
Probably mating season.
Do you think they'll come back?
Who?
Our parents?
You mean ever?
Yeah, maybe they'll never come back and we'd have this whole place to ourselves. We could do a lot with this place.
I'm not staying here forever.
Where are you going?
I don't know, Alaska maybe.
Alaska.
Sure, why not?
What's in Alaska?
The frontier?
I thought they closed the frontier.
It's still up there.
Are you crazy? It's all frozen and full of rapers.
Full of possibilities. It's undiscovered.
Who wants to discover a bunch of ice?
Just relax. Relax. It's only your old man. Sit down. Get down off of this table. This isn't a dance hall. What the hell's all this? You building a barn in here or something?
New door.
What? Don't talk with your voice in the back of your throat like a worm. Talk with your teeth. Talk English.
I am talking.
All right. Now, I asked you, what is this all about? What is all this?
It's a new door.
What's a new door? What's the matter with the old door?
It's gone.
Oh. Where'd it go?
You broke it down.
Oh. My laundry done yet?
She didn't come back yet.
Who didn't?
Mom?
She didn't come back yet. It's been all night. Hasn't it been all night?
Yes.
Hasn't the sun rise and fall on this miserable planet?
Yes.
So where's she been, the little lady of the house?
Don't know.
Oh, don't pull that one. Don't pull that one on me, that I don't know shit.
I don't know, really.
Don't try protecting her. There's no protection, you understand? None. She's had it.
I don't know where she went.
Went off with a lawyer.
A what?
A lawyer.
What's a lawyer? A lawman, a person of the law? What's a lawyer?
A guy named Taylor, a lawyer guy.
Taylor? You knew?
I thought she'd be back by now. She said she was going out for a business lunch.
You knew.
Maybe they got into an accident.
In my car? In my Kaiser Fraser? I'll fucking break his back.
Maybe they did get into an accident. I'll call the hospital.
Don't call anybody. Don't call anybody. The car was an antique, worth a fortune.
You want to sit down, Pop?
I'm standing. What's that smell? What's that horrible smell?
Artichokes.
They smell like that?
They're boiling.
Well, stop them from boiling. They might boil over. Where's that goddamn sheep you had in there? Is that what you're building? A barn for that sheep?
A door for the house.
I gotta sit down. Sit down. Sit back down. Turn off the artichoke.
I did.
She didn't do any of this. Same as when I brought it. None of it. Same mess.
Same old mess.
I'll do it.
No, you won't do it. You let her do it. It's her job. What does she do around here anyway? You know? What does she do all day long? What does a woman do?
I don't know.
You should be in school.
It's all right if I do it. I don't mind doing
You're not doing it! What do you think of this place?
this house.
The whole thing. The whole fandango. The orchard, the air, the night sky.
It's all right.
What do you think of it?
I wouldn't sell it.
You wouldn't sell it. You couldn't sell it. It's not yours.
No, I know, but I wouldn't if it was.
Well, come. What good is it? What good's it doing?
It's just here. And we're on it, and we wouldn't be if it got sold.
Very sound. Very sound reasoning. Your brother never was much in the brain department, was he? You're the smart ass, aren't you? The straight A student around here, huh?
Yes.
Straight A's, and you're moldering around this dump. What are you going to do with yourself?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, you better think of something fast because I found a buyer. I found someone to give me cash. Cash on the line. What's the matter with her?
I don't know. She's got her first period.
Or what? She's too young for that. That's not supposed to happen when they're that age. It's premature.
She's got it.
What happens when I'm gone? Y'all sit around and talk about your periods? You're not supposed to know when your sister has her period. That's confidential between women. They keep it a secret.
I know what confidential means.
Oh, good. That's good.
Why don't you go to bed or something so I can finish the door?
What for? I told you I'm selling the joint. Why build a new door? No point putting money into it.
I'm still living here. I'm living here right up until the point when I leave.
Oh, very brave. Very courageous. I envy it, in fact.
You do?
Sure, of course. What else is there to envy but an outlook? Look at mine. Look at my outlook. You don't envy it, right?
No.
That's because it's full of poison. Infected. And you recognize poison, right? Yeah, you recognize it when you see it.
End of scene. End of all the scenes.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
Please be seated. All right. Hello, everybody. Aren't these guys great? They did such a good job tonight, right? So hard to do that, acting into a microphone like that. You guys did a great job. Very impressive. Anyway, again, thanks to the Y for giving us a chance to showcase our abiding love for the work of Sam, whose plays have been such a cornerstone for our work as a theater company for the past 15 years. He was a passionate collaborator, and we were lucky to create 2 shows with him in the room. We miss him on this one. I do especially, but you know his spirit guides us every day. We talk about him all the time as we celebrate our 30th anniversary that inspires to produce work that aspires to be worthy of Sam. It says so much about the esteem. Thank you. It says so much about the esteem that his work is still held in, that we have these actors with us today. So let's talk a little bit to them. Okay, I'm going to start with Lois. because Lois, I think, is she's one of the greatest interpreters of Shepard. And, yes, it deserves that. Yes, yes. And she was lucky enough to work with him on a new play in the room, and I was lucky enough to work with him on Buried Child. He was in the room, and I found him to be an incredible collaborator. And as far as a revival goes, I found it especially wonderful because he wrote to the production. He wrote to the people who were in the play. He attended rehearsal every day. Even though when we were doing Buried Child, he was ailing. He came to rehearsal every day, and it was a beautiful thing to watch him collaborate with the cast and on the thing. So tell us a little bit about what it was like to work with him on a new play, if you can remember.
Oh, boy. I was thinking a lot about Sam today and this week. One of the things that I was especially conscious of is that in my dealings with him, there was always this gracious generosity. The very first time I met him, we were both in a film together. He and Ellen Burstyn were the leads in a film called Resurrection. I had a little part in it. We were in the middle of Texas shooting, and on the day off, I didn't know him at all until I met him there, and he asked 3 of us, just people that he didn't know in the cast, not leads, to come to Austin with him because he knew Austin, he loved it, he knew a restaurant there that was great, and that was my first meeting with him. He took us all to have a really good time on the day off because he knew how to do it. And it oddly, there were many over the years. It's not as though I saw him all the time. The next play of his I did was Buried Child. The first play of his was Buried Child in a Steppenwolf revival. Gary Sinise wanted to direct it, and Sam wanted to work on it some more. And so they worked together, and it was really, well, you've done Buried Child, I had seen it. It was one of the first ones I'd seen, the first production of it many years before. And it scared me so that I actually realized when Gary asked me to do it and I was going to read the play that I didn't quite get all of it because it's like I had been knocked out before the end. So it was really true. Well, I won't go on and on about it. It was one of the really valuable times as an actor that I'm very grateful for. When it came to the other play, again, we had been at a screening of something, and we're walking along the streets of the village towards a party. I wasn't with Sam, and he came to me on the sidewalk and said, "I'm writing a play with a part for you." You think, oh, well, wow. And then afterwards I thought, maybe people just say that. But then Jim Houghton said to me, no, it's true. He's writing a part for you in his play. So that's what I call a blessed life. And working with Sam was always, well, sometimes I think I felt intimidated, but not because he did anything intimidating. It's just that he was so present, and sometimes the places he went, I felt that tonight, reading and listening to scenes, the places he goes are deep and scary sometimes. And it's a big experience.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, that was beautifully said, Lois. Beautiful. Yeah, I had the similar feelings working with him. All at once, awe, and then like a great friend. Like it wasn't, you're intimidated by him, but he doesn't work to make you intimidated. But anyway, okay, so just getting to you guys, the Curse cast, what were your impressions of Shepard before you started working on the play? And we've been rehearsing about 2 weeks now. What have you learned about him? Yeah, you're laughing.
No, you know.
Yeah, what are you laughing?
We're 2 weeks in.
Oh yeah, good. It's 2 weeks, but you
No,
must
no,
have
no.
come in with some sort of notion.
Yes, of course, of course,
what
of
Sam was, and
Huge fan.
and also the thing about like reading it versus acting it, which is a very very different thing with Sam's plays. I've always found that when I read them, I was like, wow, but then when I heard them,
Well, yeah. First of all, it's an honor to be up here, and yeah, Sam Shepard is just a legend. You know, he's an icon, and I've been a great admirer of all of his work forever, and to get the opportunity to do something like this. I mean, this isn't one of his more well-known plays, right? It doesn't get produced that often.
well, I disagree.
You
but
disagree?
Maybe.
I don't know. All right.
Well, I don't want to disagree with you disrespectfully, but I think you're brilliant.
Let's
I think
agree to
I think it's a
disagree.
pretty beloved play. That's what I've been
What's
hearing.
that? What?
People love the play. Yeah, it's one
Oh,
of those.
okay.
It's one of those plays.
All right, it was one that was not on my particular radar. So that made it that much more exciting for me because I guess I hadn't read it before. And, it was, during the strike here, there was no other work to do other than doing read-throughs of things and things like the 24-hour plays here in the city. And I got the opportunity to come in and read this with you, and I just loved it. I hadn't read it before, and I loved it, and I just thought it was amazing, and certainly getting to delve into it and play this crazy alcoholic father. I mean, he really, it's been exciting. It's been exciting because he's sort of everything. I mean, the more and more I think about the character, I mean, he's a loser, he's a winner, he's a drunk, he's sober. It goes all over the map with this guy. And for Sam to have written just such a beautifully rich family, and it's such a crazy dysfunctional family. But, of course, at the heart of it, there's love and feeling. And like you said, it's prescient. You can identify with everything that he writes, and it just, it all feels very current and very exciting. So it's thrilling. It's been a thrilling 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like that sort of thing. You come into it thinking it's all like there's a lot of mythic sort of things about it, and then you get in it and you realize that it's so human. And even the poetry, when he goes off in his fabulous poetry, you can always find a beating heart and for actors an action in it. And that's been fascinating to watch every day in the room. Yes. How about you?
Well, yeah, I think just to echo what you said, I think a lot of the time, or some of the time, Shepard can be interpreted in this kind of like wacky, very colorful, eccentric piece of art that sort of the words hold up on their own and the structure of the stories hold up on their own, so the productions can be these very just like fun and I don't want to say superficial in a bad way, but just surface level. But I think it's been really eye-opening, especially with this play, because I also hadn't read it prior to the audition for this, to really understand each of the characters. I mean, I'll just speak for myself, but also watching everybody work, all of they each have their own desire to escape from something, and that something is the same for all of them in certain ways because they are tied together through this curse and through being a family, but it's also very unique to each of them. And the dream of escaping it is also very different for each of them. And sort of understanding the layers and the roots of that desire in each of them is just really, human, like you said. Yeah, beautiful.
What about you two?
Well, I agree with Lois. I am, and probably will remain very intimidated by it. I find it to be so incredibly beautiful and human, like you said, and it's deep and it's painful, and it's also really funny. And I think that part surprises me the most, is you can just it really is painful for me. And then it's also very funny, and it's simultaneously. I don't know how he managed to achieve that, but he sure did a good job with that. It's beautiful. So that's what I've learned.
I'll be honest, I haven't read a lot of Shepard.
Well, it's your first play.
It is my first play as well. Yeah, that is.
And
also
Stella.
true.
It's their first play.
Yeah.
It's exciting and intimidating in a weird way.
Super intimidating. Very scary. But it is. But I haven't read a lot of Shepard, and I think. But I say that because I went to the reason why this all came about is because I went to Scott and I said I wanted to do a play. And Scott, this was the first play you actually offered up as like a possibility, and I read it, and I was immediately kind of taken by it, and I really like Wesley. I really like all the characters in it. Dysfunctional families are like, I feel like everyone's bread and butter, and I kind of, I enjoy reading about them and playing them and doing them. So, and he does them, and it's very funny. It's very funny, which I enjoy. I enjoy a sense of humor about hard things.
Yeah, but like this play is from the 70s, right? So it laid the groundwork for a lot of contemporary family plays. If you come to see it, and you better, you better come. You will see, if you are a theater goer and you see, the plays that are out there, you will see a lot of what's happening in this play clearly influenced a lot of our modern writers. Okay, just one last thing. I'm curious from especially the Curse cast, like what do you feel about what we're doing that speaks to today? Like what are you feeling about today, the world, and this play?
Wow. I'm terrible at this. Well, yeah, I mean, it is a play about a struggling family. I mean, there's people across the board right now that are struggling. There's a lot of insane circumstances that are occurring in the world and in our lives. A lot of confusion, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, and a lot of loss. And this play, I think, it tells you that things were crazy then, in the 70s, and they're crazy now. So, this could be a new play to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think so too, because it sort of does look at a family that had and no longer does.
Right.
Right? It's not just, some people look at Sam Shepard and they think like, oh, they're all like these Appalachian characters, but we're not really looking at it like that. To us, it's a play about a family who had dreams, and their dreams betrayed them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts about that?
So glad I went first there.
Well, you did a good job. You got out of it. You're done.
Got in there.
Who else? Who else has
Yes.
thoughts? Any other thoughts about how this play speaks to you? I mean,
I think everything Cooper said and Christian said about it being a family, complicated family is all very true and very real, and what us as actors are really exploring, because that's like our job, is to bring the humanity and life to those people. But I think examining the play, just as like someone who's read it so many times, it's very relevant also in a political way. These people who like basically have everything taken out from under them, and they kind of lose their footing and they lose their balance, and they are trying desperately to maintain or to reimagine some sort of life where they can live with any peace, and they just no spoilers, but they don't manage to pull it off, and to say the least.
You just spoiled it.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking, and so I think that's really felt on a intimate, grounded level through the characters, but also on a much wider lens, politically, if that's maybe too general of a word, but I think you know what I mean. I would hope. I pray.
I think a lot about addiction in this play, and the being in a family with a severe addict, and the emotional and even physical toll that takes on the whole entire unit, and all of that is what I think is, and all of our awareness now about mental illness. And so I think it's very relevant, and it's still very fresh, and yeah, so that's what I've been thinking a lot about.
Yeah, humans haven't changed that much. I mean, like, and that's kind of annoying to say, but it really is true. I think we'd like to think that we have, but we haven't. There's still addicts, there's still dysfunctional people, there's still good people, bad people, you could just, and I think that this is like a heightened kind of, Wesley talks about a zombie invasion, and I think that some people do feel that way about, politically or whatever you feel, or your relatives coming over. Like, it doesn't have to be that grand. It can be like, there's a zombie invasion coming and it's my grandma, and it's like, just kidding, obviously. My grandma probably will watch this, so that's rude, but like, but yeah.
All right, good job. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for coming. Come see the play. You can get tickets at thenewgroup.org if you're interested. Hope to see you there, and thanks for all the support tonight.
Thank you, guys.